My ability, my trust in myself, my ability to push through adversity, you know, because I expect it in every fight. I expect to have to dig deep, and knowing that I can rely on that, it kind of gives me a little comfort mentally when I think about fighting and think about the way this fight could unfold in there. I just know I can trust myself. I stopped caring so much about what people thought and about what people said. Not only my opponents, but the media and the fan base. But I think my success is a accumulation of all the lessons I've learned and the years I've put in and the rounds that I've trained.
Started going to high school at a pretty rough high school. Ended up getting kicked out of school, back into an alternative school. Stopped going to that. Started running with the wrong guys, hanging around with the wrong people, doing the wrong things, you know. Had no business doing, shouldn't have been doing. I just didn't have anywhere that I was trying to focus my time and myself into being something, or I just running around aimlessly pretty much. And that got me into juvenile detention and court-ordered programs, boot camps. You know, I got arrested for truancy, and they put me on probation, and then all kind of stuff just kind of went from there.
Nothing is given in this sport, and I've been fighting 10 years, and I've earned every step of the way. I built this with this, punch by punch, step by step, and I'm very proud of it.
The biggest takeaway I think I have is the mindset I need to be in the moment to perform my best. You know, that night I felt really on. I felt good when I walked into the octagon. Just felt in the present, and I think that's important. If there was a way to bottle it and do it every time, I would love to, but it's like a learning experience. I'm trying to get that feeling every time, and I've felt it before, but it's to capture that and perform in that like flow state, like just I'm in there, I'm in the zone. It just feels good, everything comes together. I honestly think that not caring as much allowed me to get into that mindset. Like I just stopped putting so much pressure.
If I wouldn't have gotten to MMA 23 years old, where I would be right now, maybe in jail. I mean, I'm not sure. I'd be doing something. It'd be something, whatever it would be, it'd be something big. I was always, 100% into it or not into it at all. So, whatever I would have got into, it would have been either really bad or really good. It's just the kind of person I am, 100%.
I'm not in this sport for revenge or to get even with these guys. I want to leave my own legacy.
My whole outlook on life has changed because of MMA. I've traveled the world, I've met people, had experiences, realized a lot about myself, and this is all because of mixed martial arts giving me the opportunity to get out of Louisiana. I might have been stuck there for who knows how long, maybe being a mechanic. I like to cook, maybe I'd have been a chef, I don't know, but mixed martial arts has let me be able to, now the doors are open. I can take mixed martial arts as far as I can. I'm gonna be the best as I can at it, but the experiences I'll have forever because of this.
Once I get in there and the bell rings, it's just somebody's going down, it's gonna be violent, we're gonna fight, As I'm progressing in my career, I think I'm getting more mature about it, picking the shots and picking my timing and letting some of the skills speak through, but I still make mistakes and go back to the brawling and stuff like that here and there. I need to stop doing that, and I think I have been, but it's hard, man. That's who I am. I'm not a guy who's fighting for fame. I'm fighting because I love to fight, and I got a family to feed. So I'm a guy who, if I was given an opportunity, I would leave and go fight in 1FC, go fight in a company you've never heard of, to maximize my earning potential. I don't care if you never read another headline about my name. If I'm collecting checks somewhere and putting on good fights for fans, that's all I care about. I'm not fighting to get my name out there, to get TV deals, to get movie deals, to get big sponsorships. All that stuff is great. I would love all that stuff, but I'm fighting because I love fighting.
I'll be prepared to fight 25 minutes, at a grueling pace, in the heat, with people yelling at me and booing me. That's fighting, and that's what I prepare for. I feel like I have one of the best gas tanks in the division. And if I need to show it, I'll be excited to. I'm a provider. At the end of the day, you know, I'm a prize fighter, and I want to be the best, and I want to be in the history books and have all these accolades and have benchmarks that other fighters try to beat one day. I want all that stuff. And before I'm done fighting, I want to be able to say I'm an undisputed world champion. I have the interim belt at home, but that's not good enough. I want to be the undisputed world champion. And it's really important to me to close on my career, being able to say that. But also, you know, I have priorities, and like I said, I'm a provider, and I want my daughter to be set and go to college, and you know, things change as you grow. So that's still a very important thing to me that I still am chasing like a maniac, but also getting my family in a good position becomes a main focus as I get older in my fighting. You know, I still feel good, I'm 32, but any fight can be your last.
Can't get away from it. It's who I am. It's how I'm hardwired. You know, when I get hurt in a fight, I bite down and dig down, and somebody's gonna go down. That's just the way I fight. But getting smarter and being more mature as a fighter and as a person, and I'm trying to make the proper adjustments, you know. I wanna fight smarter. I don't wanna take a lot of damage. I wanna be there for my daughter her whole life, and you know, that kind of stuff opens your eyes up. You know, when I was a young fighter, I didn't give a f, but now I'm living for different reasons, for different things, and I wanna be around and be aware. I wanna be there, remember my daughter walking down the aisle and get married one day. I wanna be there for everything, you know. So a lot of things change. Different things are important, but fighting is still what I do.
You know, I always put in the work, you know, check all the boxes. But it's just, I guess, experience too, not only in fighting, but in life. Just kind of like, I know I'm dangerous. I know I'm skilled everywhere. I know I can put it all together and beat anybody in the world on any given night. I'm just comfortable with myself, I guess. I have a platform with fighting that other people who in need don't, so I'm just trying to use it as a megaphone to get their voice out there, and you know, I'm already going to get in there and fight for my family, but if I can benefit other people in the process, I think that's a beautiful thing to do. Man. I'm just trying to make people smile and feel good, man, and like I said, I'm gonna fight regardless. So if I can affect other people with what I'm gonna do already, that's what needs to be done.
Got out of boot camp, got out of juvenile detention, and still it didn't change me at all. I was hanging around with the wrong guys, right back to what I was doing before. And you know, I've always been a fighter my whole life, and when I found mixed martial arts, it changed my life.